That's the primer, the bin shellac primer. Yep.
Oh.
So it comes pre-primed, but we still do a coat of bin primer over top of it.
Okay.
Yep.
Is that and not the latex bin though?
Oh no.
No.
Denatured alcohol. No,
that does not work.
Doesn't work.
Yes.
No.
Yes. I found that out from downstairs, but we're not going to go there.
Yep.
Okay, well you answered that question very nicely.
Yep. Yeah, so the bead's already been placed in. So today, Tyshawn and Carlos, what we're doing is the floor has the floor shell down right now as it is. However, there's already been some painting been done here. And what we're gonna do, we need to mask up these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces. Firstly, what we need to do is we have to cut the existing flooring protection back a little bit. And then we need to take, see that white line?
Yes.
Thank you, Kara.
That's a whole world of difference.
It does. We need to clean this up with the Krud Kutter. We'll clean this floor up anywhere there's paint on the floor. And then we're gonna do our yellow tape.
Okay.
Yellow tape against the baseboard, nice and tight. And then we'll do the masking paper on top of that. Cut it to about here.
Do you put blue on top of the yellow or just yellow all around?
But we do a first layer of yellow up against the baseboard and then yellow on the masking gun with the paper. We do need to also seal up these seams too. Tape these down. We do this with blue tape. But it's gonna be a real thorough clean underneath all the radiators, up against all the baseboards, through into the closet, protecting the thresholds. So the thresholds into the hallway as well. And then we'll seal the seams down. We need to cut this back a good 3-4 inches all the way around so that we can clean up.
Do they kind of know what happened here with phase 1 and 2 here?
That's right, they know we're taking over. Now Carol is very keen. Carol's completely rebuilt a house with her husband down in Pemaquid. She knows high quality work.
Right.
She expects high quality work. That's why we're here.
You speak more English than you're giving yourself credit for.
Oh no, it's Carlos.
Okay.
So he's saying, yes, he's saying we need some more cleaner. Carlos is the one that.
Yeah, this is what Janssen, this is how I communicate with Janssen all the time, yes. Okay, I got all right, there we go. It's in my head now, all right.
So that's the one room right there. And guys, we'll need to vacuum too initially because there's a little bit of dust, drywall dust on the floor. Vacuum it.
Before we put down any tape.
Correct.
Yeah.
This room as well. We don't need to go inside of there, but what we ought to do eventually is we'll need to plastic off this opening.
I think I started to resand those doors myself outside, because that was something I could handle, but they have not, obviously, have not been painted to quality.
Yeah.
And there was paint everywhere.
Yeah, we're gonna be sanding all this,
Filling
spot
it in.
glazing,
Yep.
really high quality finish work here. So we gotta sand the walls, caulking right here. Took the old casing off. There's a strip of caulking on the wall. That's all gotta come off eventually. And we gotta protect the place first. That's the main goal for the day. Yep, so closet, another closet, and in the bathroom here, this still needs full floor protection in here.
There.
Nice.
When John was here, and we ascertained that what I refer to as the stink pipe needs to be extended this way so that it is higher than the 2 Velux windows.
Okay.
And we didn't have a ladder for him to climb up, but they looked out. Is that something that he can do?
The extension of the stink pipe?
Yeah, because that's what I remember the previous fellow, said to me that still had to be done.
Still has to be done. So does it work though? You said that the water works?
Well, we got that all under control.
Yeah.
There was another handle that was not ever pointed out to me.
Okay.
And that was the whole crux of the whole thing.
Okay.
And so then John was up here making sure we didn't have water coming out from the donut or anywhere else. And then we were good to go. Because that was working, but nothing was filling up in the tank.
Gotcha.
And as you know, because I was so scared about everything that went on up here, I was scared to death to even try that myself.
Right.
Even with I shut the water off when I left my job, but now it's ready to roll.
Well, okay, so there should be a flange on the roof that the stink pipe's coming out of, so
Yes.
perhaps I'm not really sure as far as an extension, if there's something we can
Yeah,
get that's...
somehow it was explained to me, and John said if, there were a ladder here, that, and next time I come, I will bring one. I almost got the indication that he would know
kinda
what
knows.
to do.
Okay. Yeah.
Apparently it has to go from where it presently is,
Yeah,
and then I guess under the roof line kind of thing, not roof line.
it needs to
Well,
be up higher, though.
Yeah, but then it goes this way and then up that way. That's how I think it was. It was explained. Because I
Okay.
know the previous guy was going to do that, and then everything happened with what I saw, and I just said, just put the bats back inside, the bays, so I have insulation in the roof, and that's what he did.
Okay. I'm gonna see John momentarily this morning, and I'll mention it to him, and then maybe I'm actually taking off tomorrow through Friday. I won't be around, and I can add that to John's list of things to do during that time. He can swing by.
Okay, yeah, just give me a heads up, because I have no idea what's going on with little Miss Petunia downstairs.
Sure.
And I have other meetings and stuff like that, so I just you're very good about letting people know I'm not going to be here. Or yes, I am going to be here. And it gives me an idea of, okay, but can your guys do something someplace else? And I will be here X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, Wednesday is not good for you, right?
Well, I changed all of that.
Okay.
I'm now working on Sunday.
Great.
Yeah, and
All right.
you guys don't work on Sunday, right?
Well, not generally.
Okay, good point.
Yeah.
But then it gives me more time with the residents, and I'm not running in between their exercises and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That started this past Sunday, so I'm not going to be there tomorrow.
Okay, so I'll get with John about that and then see
Yeah.
if he can get over here.
Yeah, and you did get my message that everything was good
That's
to go.
working, yeah. Yep.
Because that was a real hang-up, but
Fantastic. Plenty of blue tape and orange tape in here. Yeah, cardboard. There's a roll. I have an extra roll.
yeah, there is, because I had it put on from the ground, whatever was used.
Plastic over here.
We will plastic off. 'Cause we're not. This is a PVC beadboard. You don't have it not painted. It shouldn't really be.
No.
So
You talked me into that, and
it's a little strange, but
Yeah.
we will. So yeah, we'll plastic. We'll plastic this off the whole tub. This line right here, all the way up. That's kind of almost needs to be painted. It's really just not supposed to be in the shower, but we will.
And I'm not sure if that works.
Ben.
Yeah, not sure. There's an electric thing for it, but well, I guess that is it. Yes, that does work.
Good.
And I know the water does come in there because John was making sure that it came out of there. Well, he was trying to find all three fixtures, but
Yeah.
and there's still. I mean, that's how we left it. And it would have been okay, but I fractured my foot, so I couldn't even get up here.
Just so
And
you have.
speaking of ceilings, okay. Yes,
Yeah.
I think we indicated that the ceilings probably have to be.
Yeah. We'll
think I-
basically just go through, reset on everything.
So you can imagine how appalled I was when I got up here. Yes. That board, the two boards that I took the molding off of, and I have it out totally in one piece, and said that you can't do that. And I said, I think I can, and I took it all on both sides. And there's a tiny here.
Oh yeah. And now is it poly? Is it urethane?
Yes, urethane,
Okay.
but there was more paint on it.
Yeah.
And I cleaned it up a little bit. So that might have to, when you have this out.
Krud Kutter stuff we have, which we do need to get more. It works very well. Yeah, we gotta get a few more things of equipment up here. And then we can just get cracking, make a list of anything we need, blue tapes on there, maybe some more Krud Kutter, degreaser.
Scrapers.
Got some scrapers, I've got those, I'll be gentle with those.
Is that the way you take it off? Because I saw how you did that. That was.
Oh yeah, well that's for the caulking, yeah, sometimes.
Because I wasn't doing that.
We'll still have to, the thing is we'll still have to fix all this
Oh, yeah.
anyway, so
Right,
it's
yes.
kind of like, a certain, but a putty knife, Carlos has a 5-in-1,
That's
comes
what I
up
was
pretty
using.
well.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. Sometimes it really came off well and you could do it.
Yep.
All right.
First we gotta protect the floor though, so let's get the rest of the
trained for.
Okay.
I'm a retired special ed teacher. Special ed, mentally challenged children who have an inability to learn. And I did that for,
Elementary school?
yes, 22. I did that for 22 years. And so my husband and I bought you would love all the albums that I have kept. We restored the 4th oldest house on the road to the Pembroke Point Lighthouse. When you're on lunch or just about to leave, or because I don't want to interfere with what Connor has set up for you.
Yep.
You would love this. Connor was totally blown away with the picture, and John equally as well. And this is the only house that we didn't build. We built, and they were spec houses. We didn't do all of the work, but we did a lot of the finish work. We didn't do the plumbing, we didn't do the electric for insurance purposes. I was just so appalled. I was so upset when I saw what happened upstairs, because I had just had to do that all the way down on here. She loves Janssen. Janssen and I work in the wintertime. I work out of state, and I have a person that watches the house for me. So the new maintenance guy who is from Venezuela. I do not speak Spanish. However, I have been teaching him idiomatic Russian, like have a good day, have a good weekend. And I say, do not say have a good weekend on Monday. And his English has gotten better, but he should really be in a class, after work kind of thing, but he hasn't done that. But he is the nicest, and apparently owned a lot of property in Venezuela, because a couple of times he showed me pictures of his on the water and a beautiful church. Maddie, no, you cannot do that. She had 2 biopsies yesterday, and so we're trying to keep her, but Janssen's wife, wanted to take her home back to their house in Florida. Fell in love with her. All right, you.
Beautiful.
Houdini, get in here. Oops, I'm sorry. Now try.
Is that her on your calendar?
Oh.
Well,
Beautiful.
those are, you don't know. That is a West Highland white. That's the breed.
West Highland white.
West Highland white.
white.
The white variety of the black Scotty.
Okay.
No, black Scotty?
Yeah.
Black Scotty.
Okay.
You will never see a Westie that's other than white.
Correct.
They're always white. And those are just pictures on the calendar.
Okay.
But this is my 3rd Westie,
Westie.
and she has a lot of anxiety, fear,
Yeah.
a lot of fear. Better now than when I would.
All right, so we're going to start masking. We're going to be cutting it back a little bit. Then we're going to get into the Krud Kutter, scraping all that nasty stuff off the sides. Once we do that, we'll be cutting the fireboard back a little bit, laying down our yellow tape all around, running our blue right along these lines here. We'll be masking off the closet. Same deal, paper and yellow tape. All right, guys, we're back at Miss Carol's house. I remember last time we did the floors, so this time we're sanding around the doors. They're being installed, leveled out, shingles being put in between to space everything out evenly, so when we measure it, it's nice and flush. There's no gaps in between. Yesterday they got sheetrocked, joint compound. So this is what we're sanding down today. Here are the shingles being installed, spacing everything out so it's nice and flush when we install the doors. No gaps. Get those cut. You don't want no gap like in between. So this is how we're looking. Sanding all the walls. We don't have the radial drywall sander, so we're using a 5-inch and the RTS 400. This to get in the corners, and this for just the flat areas. I got the Milwaukee 5-inch sander, random orbital sander hooked up to the Festool right now. It comes with a custom attachment for small and large hoses. So if you can't afford a $500, $600, $700 Festool sander, you can always go with Milwaukee, and it'll plug right up. Plug and play. RTS 400. We'll get all this sanded. Won't be touching the ceiling, but get the wall sanded and then get the drywall sander and knock all that out. Stairs are being masked as well. And this is how we're looking until we get everything sanded up. All right, so this got sheetrocked yesterday. So we'll come in and sand all this down, and then that'll be looking a lot better. Also had a piece taken out over here yesterday. So we'll sand that down all along, get it nice and flush. All right, so this is our progress so far. Floor's covered. We're putting that back up. We got our zipper up, one here. This is magnetic. Airtight. Put our plastic up over the closet. We got this floor covered as well. Working on the bathroom and this closet right here. All this trim currently at the hanger. Yesterday I got bin on it and the bead installed. So I'm assuming John and Aaron will be coming to put these back in. doing some prep on the trim. I'm here with Carlos, and I'm here with Connor and Carlos. We're gonna be keeping this bead nice and clean. Second coat of small hole repair over these. We already sanded down. We got a lot to do. I'm gonna chop this video up. I'm gonna be red putty patching the trim in the windows, such as these areas, fixing any imperfections. Areas in the bead, we'll be fixing that, sanding it down with 220. A little caulking as well. This is going to be getting hit with bin primer, keeping it clean. Same thing, keep the bead clean, sand it down. That's all I got right now. I need more of these right now. I said we're supposed to be spraying tomorrow.
That's the goal.
You don't got the green gloves anymore?
They didn't even have them there. I don't remember where I got those. They only had orange, blue, like a purple, and then black. But I thought I got them at the same place. Maybe they're just
Just the setup for today. Prepping all the trim, making sure these are covered. This is gonna get prepped out. Okay, we're all masked up and prepped. I'll be hanging this back up and closing the window when we're ready to spray. We did all our sanding. All our trim is pretty much ready to be primed. Our doors as well, inside and outside of the closet. Same thing here. We'll be spraying out here as well. All the trim inside this closet here, inside the bathroom, all trim. This is the second bedroom. We'll be spraying in here as well, all the trim. Masking up this window. This has just been primed. But may still be a little wet. Closet as well, all trim. Once we finish prepping today and priming the doorways, we'll be heading out, and then once we come back, we'll be getting ready to spray. That's a beautiful book. Is it older than me?
The book? I
Yes.
don't know. The house definitely was.
Yeah.
That's,
Oh my God.
That's what it looked like when we bought it. And
Now, what kind of work did you do on it?
you will see. This is what it looked like. That was that was behind, that would have been there. This is what it looked like after 2 months.
Oh, wow.
We were living in New York. We restored a house in New York, which was child's play in comparison to
Correct.
this. And we only had 2 months off from teaching, and so
So
that,
during the summertime?
So we did this as soon as I got out of school, which would have been third week in June. We came up, worked on the whole place, and then I had to get back before Labor Day to
Right.
start. And so that represented 2 months. What it looked like from when
From
we
that,
bought it
yes.
to that, the end
In
of
2
August.
months. Oh my God.
Yes, that's what we did just to make it look
Present it,
nicer
yeah.
outside. We were told, Ed went to get some contractors,
Mhm.
and they said in their wonderful Maine accent, "Take a dozer and you push it back." But Ed knew that this had charm, and he designed this house after the architecture of of the woodpile.
Correct.
You will be amazed. These are just some.
Is that cedar shingle?
It is.
Oh my God.
And my husband went out to repair the door.
Oh my God.
And it fell off in his hand. So do I know a little bit about building?
Yes.
Not a whole lot, but then we get into the interior. We lived with cobwebs a lot.
Okay, so is that the trim?
That's the trim. And I think I did tell you that we got rid of all the plaster.
Correct.
Because
Yep.
we had to put in new wiring.
Yes.
And all that kind of thing. And you, as a builder, you would be amazed at how they, in the corner, no 2-foot centers, anywhere. So
Oh my
we had to
God.
put studs up so that we could put insulation in between and then run our drywall. They took the corners of the house were a tree, and they added it out so that it became like that.
Right.
and then they put the lath in that way so that they could then plaster. There was no drywall then at all. Oh, it gets better.
So it's just layer upon layer upon layer of plaster?
Oh yeah, they just plastered it.
Yep.
And the lath, which was little pieces of almost like screen molding, and then that's what set it up. Then you'd put another layer on it, another layer on it.
All right, we're back in Walpole. We're gonna be spraying today, airless sprayer. We got our air scrubber running. Sorry if it's a little loud. Prep paper to test spray before we go ahead and tackle the trim. We got all the trim masked off from the ceiling. We just painted that yesterday. We're gonna be painting all the trim using Scuff-X by Benjamin Moore. This one right here is linen white. Air supplied helmet in here, protection, coveralls. Went ahead and did a fine finish on the doors as well, 400 grit. All the trim is sanded down completely. So once we come through and spray, it'll be a super easy process. We'll be doing this room, doors and trim. This section here, all the trim to the back of the closet. We'll be doing the bathroom as well, all the trim in here and in this walkway area. All this has been sanded as well, puttied, caulked, finished off with 400 grit Festool. This is our second room that will be getting done, all trim, and the closet as well. The doors have been sanded with 400. Everything's been masked off, so no overspray gets on the ceiling because we just painted these yesterday. So I'll set a time lapse and you can see how it goes. We're back in Walpole on the interior job. This is how we're looking. Came in earlier, did some sanding all around on the doors, so everything is super smooth and ready. We did some remasking on the floor where stuff was peeling up all around the room, little spots like that and such. We're gonna finish this window when everything's completely done. Made our mind up on that. So we'll be doing our second coat on all the trim and all the doors inside and out of the closets. We got our air scrubber running, our paint sprayer is ready. We got our Scuff-X loaded up. We're using linen white. All our trim is ready. We're gonna be spraying this small door as well. So all this trim has been first coated, be coming through. We hit it with 400 grit, combination of 220 and 400 after we did our first coat. So everything is super smooth. All right, just finished spraying this room. Everything is super wet. Checking for any imperfections. I don't see anything. Everything looks pretty much good. All on the door, all the trim. Did the front and back of the door, nice and shiny, really smooth. How it's looking. This is our second coat. So this is our final coat. Everything's looking good. We're gonna continue on, and I'll give you an update when we're done. All right, we had to step outside. I gotta change my filter and I needed some fresh air. So I'm about to get that and then we'll get back in. We got like one room left to do. The outside of the bathroom and the inside of it. And then after that, new air filter thing to wrap around there. Particle filter. So yeah, once I get this on, then we'll continue. I'm about to get back into it. We got the bathroom trim left to do. Everything else drying. We got from here, whole trim casing. This little section here, the door, both sides. We got this section in the corner, this L shape going up, top and there. We got both of these, this whole trim section. From a certain angle, it just looks like the wall. But all this is trim along with this side. Following down, around the toilet, back up the door, hit the back, and then we're done. Let's get into the time lapse. All right, we're back at Walpole on the interior job. Did some red glazing puttying on this ceiling trim section here. I'm gonna go up to the attic. We're gonna sand this down, get it all smooth. Do some caulking in these corners right here. Did one. We're gonna finish these three. 1, 2, 3. Sand it down with 400, then nice and smooth. Then we're gonna put a coat on top, sand that, and do another one. We got our second coat to finish up in the bathroom. A little bit of overspray on the ceilings from when we sprayed the trim. I'm gonna spot touch that up before I do second coat. I'm gonna line our tape up. I just put it up there before I get the bench in here. We'll be rolling out our walls with a 14-inch nap. The rest of the ceilings are already done. We don't have to touch anything in this section. Just second coat, cut and brush, and then we'll be done in here. Rip down our plastic. I got a spot to touch up here on the ceiling. Just rolled out a coat on here as well. So this ceiling's complete all the way down to where the newly installed solid board is. Gonna be caulking, sanding, priming that. Rooms are done, so we're gonna be ripping up the floors and checking to see if any paint leaked under. Cleaning that with Krud Kutter. Also have this board over here. Gonna do some prep on it. Fill up these small holidays and holes, all these gaps. Get it nice and solid. Red putty, patch it, sand it, roll it out. Everything else is still looking good. This room is pretty much pristine. Closet's done as well. Same deal on this small crawl door. Gonna prep that a little bit better. Get that looking real good. Maybe run some caulking in this corner and here. Do a little spot touch up. Everything else is pretty solid. So I'll set a time lapse for the bathroom. All right, so we got our ceiling trim to the trap, well, the trap door. We got that all primed and sanded up. This is how we're looking now. Pretty flush and smooth. We went ahead, caulked, sanded, and puttied our newly installed trim piece around here as well. This is how that's looking. We rolled the ceiling inside, went ahead and red glazing, puttied, sanded, and primed these. Now they're completely smooth. No more gaps. Everything is super smooth and flush. Ready for spray tomorrow. Currently working on the vanity. We took the doors off, took the drawers out, disconnected the racks that were inside. Got everything out now. We're gonna be doing red glazing putty and masking up this for spray. Sanding, caulking, and scraping on the side get it nice and smooth. That's how we're looking today. All this will get red glazing putty inside of it. It'll fill in all those dents and nicks and make everything look good. And we'll sand it down 180, 220, 400, and that'll be it. All a part of the prep. I'll get a strip, put some red glazing spot putty up here, let it dry, come in tomorrow, sand it down, voila. Come into the bathroom, I just got done sanding and applying this red glazing putty. This is how it's looking. But this is our vanity. We're doing our prep on. Did red glazing putty on here, sanded with 220 and then followed up with 400. Did our prep on the inner with the plastic to block all the overspray off. So we'll get this done. Spray this, also spray the trim along here. I'll mask the walls off in the shower just to keep everything compact. Mask off the doors so no overspray gets on it. We got our two smaller doors that go in the bedroom. Did our red glazing putty prep to smooth everything out, fill in all those little cracks. We did a coat of shellac thin primer. We're gonna spray these as well. Got our air scrubber hooked up. Our sprayer is ready. Gonna go get some more paint. All right, we got our new gallon of Scuff-X. I went ahead and sprayed this section. That's how we're looking. We get a little bit more on there. I'll actually do that live to show you. We want to get in between the grooves. Do a second coat fully. Alright, now we got everything masked up. We're gonna get into our top coat. Gonna be using Regal Select Interior Acrylic Matte Linen White. Alright, so far we got this wall painted up. Window trim is done. So this has first coat, the ceiling has been completed, the trim has been sprayed. So this is what it will look like after you put a second coat on. Came through, did this small section here, right above the trim and under the ceiling. We did this section, we stopped there. So this wall has been cut in, we still gotta paint that. This upper section in the middle has to be rolled out. This whole entire section here has to be rolled out. So we'll be coming back tomorrow, finishing up. Also up here and in this corner. So that's how we're gonna end it for today. See y'all tomorrow. sheet.